is
Peace
up.
and love.
All right, all right. Good evening, everybody. What's up, Nat? What's going on,
Hey
Lenny?
man, it's a beautiful day, man. Super thankful. How you feeling? Hey man, super thankful.
Feeling good,
Good?
feeling great. Feeling great.
Glad to hear that. What's up, L Boogie? I know you had this. What's up, L Boogie? Kenny Ken.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, my brother? What's going on? What's good? How you feeling?
Hey, good.
All right,
Doing
KA.
wonderful, wonderful. We got the smooth operator over here. We got the smooth operator love. How you feeling? And midlife simmer. Always good to see you in the building. No question. Peace and love. No doubt. What you up to, Q?
Man, feeling good, man. Just ready to rock and roll. Got another entertaining show. You know, we always just try to provide great information for our guests, and tonight is no different. So I'm excited about this, man. You know, just trying
Hey, well, look.
to move things forward, brother.
Hey, well, let's keep it moving then, man. You know, you got the vibes, so you gotta let know what the vibe is like, man. What's the vibes like, B?
Well, you know, it's the Night Brothers show, the show where your opinion matters. And guys, we want you to know that we mean that when we say that. So we welcome your comments and questions as we move forward. And we will try to address any comments or questions that you may have tonight. But we got a couple of things vibing tonight, man. And we're ready to get this thing cracking. So, Lenny, listen. Hey, Mimi Lee, how you doing, beautiful? My girl,
All
right
right.
there. I had to stop in mid-sentence and say hello to her. How you doing?
Yeah, well, that's what it is, baby. You know what it is. Definitely.
Oh man. Anyway, listen, we're gonna get cracking here. We got a couple of things we're gonna get into tonight, and both subjects are things that will make you think, and it's information that we want to share with our audience, and we feel that it's important. Darlene Collins, hey DC, how you doing?
Oh shoot, she slid in here on us. We didn't even know.
DC say hello,
What's up?
hello.
Peace and love.
Hello to you too, DC. All right,
Appreciate you coming through. Indeed.
This is the time for you to like and share as we move forward and get the show rolling, get about to go forth with the programming part of the show. Just take the time to share it with someone else. And like I said, we welcome your comments and your questions as we go forward. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Our vibe, man, is a good one tonight. We're going to talk about something that I know you guys have probably noticed. I know I've noticed it. And if you've gone to the grocery store at all, our vibe number one is something that you definitely noticed. Stop egging me on. Guys, what the heck is going on with the price of eggs right now? What's the real reason behind the ridiculous high price of eggs? We're going to get into that tonight. We're going to talk about it from all aspects. How the price of eggs has just exploded in the last few months. What's the story behind it? What's being done about it? What's the cause of it? And what's the spillover effect of it? And then after we move from vibe one, after we talk about the eggs, we're going to shift over to something else that's important, man. Each and every one of us is growing older. Every day, every minute, we grow older. So tonight, we're going to talk about unlocking the secrets to ageless wellness. And we're going to have a celebrity case study tonight. We're going to look at a celebrity who has handled aging in a magnificent way, kept himself vibrant. I don't want to give away who it is yet, so you have to hold on. You'll see in a minute. But it's an interesting case story about what he's done to keep himself healthy. And with that being said, back to you, Lenny. Welcome, Joanne Jenkins. My girl, Joanne, how you doing?
Tonight, shell shock with the price of eggs continuing to soar. The average price for a dozen now more than $5. That's a 50% spike in just the last year.
They've gotten really expensive.
Avian flu infections, also known as bird flu, has led to more than 13 million hens being slaughtered since December and at least 140 million birds killed since 2022. The move to slow infections, disrupting the egg supply in a big way, leading to price surges and empty shelves at grocery stores. Eateries coast to coast also feeling the pinch and passing their cost increase to customers. Waffle House diners now paying 50 cents more per egg, a surcharge the company says will be short-lived. We cannot predict how long this shortage will last. What about you personally?
Me personally, I'll just stop eating eggs here.
This is just the time that we're living in. It makes sense. They've got to make up for, the prices that they're paying.
And it's not just Waffle House. This restaurant in New York is charging $2 extra for egg items. While in Los Angeles, Kara Haltewanger says the cost of eggs at her new breakfast spot went from roughly 25 cents to $1 per egg.
I'm in a rock and a hard place because I'm paying about as much for eggs a week as I would be to employ someone almost full time.
The Department of Agriculture has spent more than $1 billion compensating farmers for birds they've had to kill. And with so many hens already lost, and even with the outbreak under control, the agency predicts the cost of eggs will go up another 20% this year. Lester?
Okay, Kathy, thanks. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Wow. So, come on, man. What happened to y'all president? I thought he was supposed to get the president. I thought he down, B. What happened?
He's supposed to do this from day one.
That's what he said, man. He won't write all these damn letters. Get on the eggs, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You
Give the man time, damn it. Give the man time.
He
you
can write all the damn
Give
letters.
himself time.
Yeah.
Good evening,
Let him
Cheryl.
get on
Queen.
the
Welcome to the show, Cheryl.
Let him
Welcome
get
to
on
the
the
show.
eggs.
Cheryl always
Peace
has
and
great
love, Cheryl.
commentary.
What's up, Cheryl?
Indeed.
Tell Keith I said what's
Yeah,
up.
Arden, you got a good point there. We were certain promises were made, prior to the election about, hey, I can control things, but it just goes to show you,
Yeah. I'm
not
saying.
everything can be controlled with the wave of a hand or with the signing of a pen.
That's not how it works.
That's certainly bearing itself out right now. But let's talk about this though. Let's talk about how the price of eggs has exploded, and what's the root cause behind it. And I always like to say this: follow the money trail. You know what I'm saying? Follow the money trail, because when you follow the money trail, it often leads to the real root of issues and concerns and problems when you follow the money trail.
Yeah. In a good and bad way. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In a good and bad
All right.
way.
First question, guys, this is for the entire panel. Do you eat eggs? And if so, do you have a preference? White, brown, organic, egg whites, etc. I eat eggs. I don't eat a lot of eggs. Me personally, I eat a lot. I like boiled eggs. I'll eat hard-boiled eggs, or every now and then I may have an omelet or a deviled egg. Other than that, I really don't. Unless it's eggs in the products I've had, like baked goods or something like that, pasta, things of that nature. But I just don't eat like scrambled eggs and stuff like that. I just don't get up in one. Because I don't eat breakfast. Maybe that's why I don't eat eggs as much. How about yourself, Ard? I know you don't eat them at all.
No, I don't eat no ham and eggs. No, I don't eat no hamster roll. Yo, yeah, I don't eat them, man. No, not at all.
How about you, Kenny?
I do eat eggs, but I'm like you. I don't eat breakfast a lot. But when I do eat eggs, I'll eat, like you said, an omelet, or if I'm feeling it, if I'm off on a Sunday morning, I might have a scrambled egg, with breakfast or something. But I'm not, I go out, I got to get eggs. I got to have eggs. So, no. Mm-hmm. What about you, Lenny?
Rarely, man. Rarely. Now, my wife will like take hard-boiled eggs, but we rarely eat like breakfast. Like, you see what they doing right here, scrambling and that type of stuff.
Yes.
That's not us. That's not this.
Yep.
This
I don't have time for that.
No,
this household,
not me at all.
Household don't get down like that, and haven't for many of years now. But she will use them occasionally in food, because she makes. My wife makes a mean fried rice, and she uses,
Oh yeah.
Fried rice. She got the fried rice over there, side of Mama's son.
wifey can get down. I mean, she get down.
Well, come over there. She gonna have to hold them eggs. Come over there. She gonna have to hold them eggs. Mama, kusa. Just on the fried rice. But I'm good.
I'll back off your mic a little bit because it's like it's doing something when you talk. But yeah, that's the deal on that. What did Kenya saying?
I'm not gonna lie though. I did make a breakfast this morning because I was off. I haven't been off in a while. I did make some scrambled eggs and a little something this morning though, but just like 2 or 3 eggs. That's it. Me and wife.
Like I said, I'm not a breakfast eater, so like I said, the egg thing.
I'm not either.
Have a major effect on me, but I do enjoy a boiled egg. Sometimes though I do enjoy a boiled egg, hard boiled egg.
Take a couple of the comments, Q, in panel. Midlife Simmer said last time we bought 7.5 dozen of eggs. We eat lots of boiled and scrambled eggs. I'm not sure what you mean by 7.5 dozen.
Well, she bought she's 7.5 dozen. She bought 7.5 dozen of eggs. Wow.
Yeah, I think it comes like that. You can buy them like that.
Okay, I didn't even realize you. By me being a single and living, by myself, I wouldn't buy a volume like that anyway. I'd buy a dozen or even a half dozen if you get them like that,
do they still sell a half dozen eggs?
Oh yeah, they sell half dozen. You get half dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't even. Okay.
I saw somebody online today. Say they selling bags of Lucy's like 2.
Yeah, they still selling fingers now. They selling.
It was 2 women bagging up eggs. It was like 2 apiece. Like putting in work. Oh my goodness.
Margaret Nick says she eats brown eggs as well as white eggs.
Okay.
And I mean, can somebody explain to me the difference between brown eggs and white eggs? If anybody knows
the color of the hen. That's it. The color of the hen.
Yeah. I never.
I was ready to say.
That. I had no clue what it meant. No clue.
Yeah.
I remember going to the hen house back when I was a child, and it just had, it didn't matter the color. They just had eggs. They didn't even separate them whether you wanted. They didn't even separate them whether you wanted.
I was wondering if they were race. The chickens were racial.
Simple as hell, boy.
That joint open. Ain't nobody gonna bring it back. This is a brown egg over here. I know it's a brown. It tastes brown.
Come on, Artie, stop it. Stop it.
You simple, Q. You simple. Margaret said.
Just like if somebody's dying and bleeding out, they don't say this yellow blood is black blood. No, they just happy to be alive. They just happy to be alive.
I mean, I did hear somebody tell me they refuse to eat brown eggs. And I'm like, damn, what's wrong with that?
Q.
They refuse to eat brown eggs.
Crazy.
Q. This is not Dr. Seuss. I refuse to eat brown eggs or green eggs. And we know this is not Dr. Seuss. Okay, Margaret says she eat them brown as well as white. She also says she paid $5.99 at the Giants a couple weeks ago. I did see them in Waldorf, Maryland, where I reside. I saw them at $8.99 in the Giant last week. A dozen last week.
A whole bunch of eggs.
That's about the going price, Margaret Nick. I work for the same company. And that's the going price. $5.99, $6.99.
Wow.
The organic ones.
That's crazy.
$10. Crazy.
I'm gonna get in the chicken business tomorrow. Get me too. Put them out back. Tell them get the laying eggs.
My question is this though, and I talked about it with you guys before we went on the air. If the reason for the price of eggs is supposedly this avian flu or bird flu is its nickname, that's causing a mass death of chickens. They had destroy a lot of chickens and things of that nature. If that's driving up the price of eggs, why has not the price of chicken itself, chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken wings, so on and so forth?
Chicken wings?
I know chicken wings are high because of demand and people like to eat chicken wings. Well, why isn't the price of chickens as a whole match the price of eggs and the rise of price?
That's a good question.
I was in Sam's Club this weekend, and those same chickens they were selling in Sam's Club for $4.99 10 years ago, They were $4.99 for roasted chicken the other day, this weekend. No increase. And they're selling mass price of chicken. So something's not right here, natural. Something's not right.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I did went past a farm, like when I was younger. I used to go past when it was near one of my family's homes was near it. But the chickens that you're looking to get eggs from are the same chickens you're looking to harvest.
Okay.
You have that particular farm is just set up to pretty much give out eggs. You know what I mean?
Not for chicken parts. Not for
right. They're not chopped. Well, I guess it may have a cycle, but generally they focused on putting the eggs up, and they keep them stimulated to do so.
Damn! Look what Cheryl said, y'all.
What? Cheryl Queen, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's about right, Cheryl Queen.
That's about right. 18. That's over $1 an egg.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna be like them women we saw on the internet. I'm be putting two eggs in a little Ziploc, so I'm gonna be right out on the corner saying, "Got them eggs, baby." Saying, "Got them eggs here."
Kenny.
We have an 18-pack for $17.99. So Cheryl is right in the ballpark.
I tell you what,
when I could get a 12-pack for $6. 12-pack for $6.
I can't see anybody Easter egg hunt this year. No Easter egg hunts. They're gonna be those things are gonna be.
No, I think anybody that's friend with me on Facebook, I posted something a couple of days ago that we're gonna have to paint potatoes for Easter this year.
Because no Easter egg hunts will be going on this year.
Easter egg.
Hell no. Can't afford to.
We'll have an Easter egg hunt, but you're gonna get potatoes.
Yeah, or something else.
Fake
Mimi said while prices may stabilize and supply chains recover, the overall economic impact can be felt across the industry. And Mimi, you're absolutely right, because the price of eggs also affects things like your baked goods. I saw an increase in the price of baked goods. It increases the price of something like mayo, because mayo is made using eggs. It can increase the price of things like pasta. All those things use eggs as a base. So if the price of eggs goes up, there's going to be a trickle-down effect on the price of some of these other things, which only hurts the economy even more, which means they really have to get this under control before it spirals out of control.
I have two questions. One, just for the audience as well as you guys, and one at a time, please, in your responses. Is the food industry basically fleecing the public? And then also, since I'm not an egg person, like we don't go buy dozens of eggs all the time, what was the price before this influx and went up? Before it went up, what was the average cost of eggs? Kenny, I'm gonna ask you first, because I know you work in the industry, you work in the grocery store. Help us out on some of those answers.
No, well, eggs before this, whatever you want to call it. I mean, places like my store, and I shop a lot at Aldi's too, because my store is very expensive. So I shop at Aldi's a lot. You can get eggs for $1.99 a dozen, $2 a dozen.
Yeah,
and now all this $5, $6, $7, $8 is just.
That sounds about right.
Just a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely crazy.
I've got them in Aldi's for as low as like $1.39. That was before all the stuff jumped off, and that's not that long ago. So you're
not that long ago.
How was that? 1 year ago? 2 years?
Yeah, something like that, natural. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, less than a year. Less than a year.
Maybe less than a year.
Less than a year.
Okay. Margaret said they're probably going to use plastic eggs for Easter egg hunts this year.
Yeah,
and,
they might have to.
And put some. And when you open them up, inside the plastic egg, going to be a food stamp that you can go use to go buy a real dozen. You can go buy Lucy with the food stamp inside the plastic egg. That's how it's going to work this year. So I'm just messing with you. I'm just having fun. Look, man, let's keep it moving. We got a great show lined up. We do want to talk about some other things tonight. We thank y'all for joining us once again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Put your comments and questions in down at the bottom. And a quick service announcement before we go to the next segment. March the 22nd, our good brother Armand Wallace of the Legends of the Future and Past show is having an event, an appreciation. It's a viewer appreciation, and we're gonna partake in the appreciation of y'all viewing our show, his show, and whoever else out there trying to do their thing and put themselves out here in this stratosphere, this podcast world. And it's going to be March the 22nd. At what's the name of the event? The location? Quavy? The Family Life Center.
Family Life Center in Parole.
Right. Tickets are, I think. I don't want to misquote him, but let me just throw it up on the screen. That's his event that he's having. So y'all check it out. We will be there live streaming, and I might have another surprise for you or something else I might be doing while I'm there as well. We're wrapping that up and putting that together too. We're going to just maintain that as a surprise, and we'll let Armand reveal that. So y'all support his show just like you support ours. We support each other, and definitely want to, ticket. It is a cost to it. It's a cost to everything. Like we tell you, the world ain't free.
Oh, no question about it.
Or
just like those eggs aren't free.
Bring a dozen eggs, you might get in. Two
Yes,
dozen, you definitely can get in.
Sir, 2 dozen eggs might get you in at $19.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
Let's go.
Doing this stuff for 60 years, and now at 78, somebody's saying I'm fine. I'm like...
Ghostbusters star Ernie Hudson recently went viral after posing on a red carpet rocking in jeans and a tight black t-shirt. Can you believe that Mr. Ernie Hudson is 78 years old? This is Ernie in 1980, but after 4 decades, he is looking hotter than ever. And another called the actor, the epitome of tall, dark, and handsome.
The 78, look at them gams right there, boy.
Thank you.
While you may think that Ernie Hudson's healthy physique is due to good genes, that was not the case.
In 1998, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. 2011, I was diagnosed with rectal cancer.
He is a 2-time cancer survivor. Exercise. Hitting the gym regularly.
At 78 years old, I'm at a point where I have to do something, but I'm not a gym rat.
For Ernie, exercise isn't just about sculpting a perfect physique. Ernie said in an interview that his body didn't really change until the last 5 to 10 years.
70s, things change. I had a visitor, Mr. Jiggles, came to live at the bottom of my stomach here.
He said, when I turned 50, people said, your body's going to change. Nothing changed. 60s, nothing changed. 70s, there was a change. He noticed that fat began to gather on the lower stomach, and it wasn't going away. So now in his 70s, he goes to the gym more regularly. I try to get in at least a half-hour walk at a nice pace.
I will walk to 10,000 steps at least.
Get the heart rate up over 110 BPM. That is Ernie's secret to keeping away what he calls Mr. Jiggles. Ernie shares that it's very important to maintain a regimen that he can stay consistent with. Exercise, walking. Ernie emphasized that it's important to follow common sense stuff like walking. While filming, Erie can be found walking around the set in between takes. He also walks around all the airport terminals rather than indulge in the free snacks at the first-class lounges. Regular medical checkup. Ernie was diagnosed with cancer twice. Ernie was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 1998 and with rectal cancer in 2011. In both cases, screening caught his cancer early, making treatment more effective.
When I heard the word cancer, it was one of the most devastating moments in my life. But it was the early prevention. I get yearly checkups, and we caught it early. And that's why I'm able to sit here and talk to you right now.
What Ernie eats. Let's explore top 5 foods we'll find in Ernie's kitchen.
Let's take a look at my fridge.
Ernie makes good choices when it comes to diet. Just like any of us, Ernie also admits that his midsection has been struggling to keep the weight off with age. He's tightened up his diet, eating more whole foods like vegetables and lean proteins and avoiding processed foods like refined breads and pasta. There are 5 foods that he particularly enjoys eating at home.
First thing I love to eat, oatmeal.
For the first meal of the day, he enjoys oatmeal, which is easy to make and full of fiber. Oatmeal is a great choice as it helps keep his digestive system running smoothly and promotes a feeling of fullness that lasts throughout the day.
Hard-boiled eggs, favorite is salmon.
Eggs, especially when cooked without oil, are easily digestible source of high-quality protein and essential vitamins and minerals, making them an ideal dietary inclusion for seniors and young people alike. They also contain a significant amount of leucine, an amino acid that is important for ongoing muscle support, as well as other key nutrients including vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids, plus a little-known nutrient, choline, which is important for brain function and linked to muscle strength. For his vegetable intake, Ernie incorporates sautéed spinach and homemade vegetable soup into his meals. Spinach is a nutrient-dense leafy green packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, promoting optimal health and vitality. Although Ernie indulges in the occasional treat with crackers, his avoidance of processed foods and fast food underscores his dedication to prioritizing nutrient-dense options. Even his choice of snacks, such as nuts like pecans and walnuts,
I love nuts, especially pecan.
provides him with a satisfying crunch while delivering a dose of healthy fats, fiber, and essential nutrients. Ernie's eating window, from noon to 7 p.m., aligns well with his natural eating patterns and reflects his intuitive approach to intermittent fasting.
I don't eat normally before noon.
This practice not only supports his metabolism but also promotes better digestion and energy levels throughout the day. Hydration is also a priority for Ernie, as evidenced by his commitment to drinking several bottles of water daily. In a recent interview with Men's Health, Ernie revealed the contents of his supplement cupboard, shedding light on his personal regimen. Among his selections are vitamin C and B12, essential for immune support and energy metabolism respectively. He also incorporates apple cider vinegar, believed to aid digestion and weight management, alongside coenzyme Q10, renowned for its cardiovascular benefits. Ernie includes a specialized immune system supplement and fiber gummies for digestive health. Also, he takes fish oil for omega-3 fatty acids crucial for heart and brain function, and hibiscus flower, celebrated for its antioxidant properties. Furthermore, Ernie prioritizes his overall well-being with a multivitamin tailored for men aged 50. Lastly, his dedication extends to enhancing external wellness, evident in his choice of a supplement targeting hair, skin, and nails, promoting vitality from within.
Yes, indeed.
All right, brothers. Who you gonna call? I'm gonna call Ernie because Ernie
Hudson.
He's not Ghostbuster. He's a health buster. Health buster.
He's a health buster.
Does for his health are applicable to any one of us, anybody on this podcast right now. They can apply some of these same techniques to help enhance and improve their health as well. So even though we're using him as the target person, this applies to everyone.
Q, starting with you, man. I want you to talk about because he started kind of late, and I heard in the video he said they told him his body was going to change at 50. You know how you hit a certain age and you get weight, you can't take it off, and this, that, and that. He said nothing happened at 50, nothing happened at 60, but something happened at 70. So he started this crap at 70. Started, and here he is right here, by the way. Cock diesel on this joint right here. But talk about that, man. Late motivation.
Go ahead. Well, listen, it was great because I'm sure he always had he did some sort of exercise, particularly when he was younger. But at age 70, there were some significant changes he began to notice with his body as far as his midsection is concerned. And by being in the industry that he's in, the film and TV industry, I guess that was important to him to try to eliminate that as much of that as possible. So he began to incorporate a routine, a serious routine. And but exercise is not always about how you look. It helps to maintain the body in other ways too. It helps to maintain not only your physical health but your mental health, the way you feel about yourself, the way you function, your mental clarity, and things of that nature. So that was important to him as well. But the other part of this. His workout routine is not that complicated for what he says. He incorporates a lot of walking, something that I enjoy myself. He walks in the airport when he's flying, or on a movie set. He walks around the movie set. He also incorporates some strength training and resistance training, along with that cardio and things of that nature. And all of that, the whole thing encompasses overall health for him. Overall health. And the other thing about it, he's doing things that are sustainable. I find one of the biggest problems people have is they start a routine and they can't stick with it. They'll give up and quit, walk away. Well, if you find something that's sustainable and something that fits your lifestyle, you're more apt to stay with it. And Lenny out and Arden, because Arden's the one who talked to me about this. One of the things I adapted for me personally is every morning, as soon as I get out of bed, I exercise. And anybody who really knows me knows that's true. And Arden, you made that point. Those are the type of things that you commit to, and after a certain period, they become from a habit to it's just second nature to you. And that's what Ernie has done here. And that's what each and every one of us has to do if we want to maintain our health as we age. I'm going to pass it over to the next person.
Cool. Kenny, shifting, because these are like life hacks that you can do. Anybody can do these, like Q was saying. So, and most people say, Kenny, we quick to give ourselves a reason why we can't do it. Like Midlife Simmer, Kenya, which is my sister-in-law, she has transformed her life, her body, and everything. Absolutely. After having 3 kids, she did this. After being like in her, I think Kenya in her 40s now. But after doing that, she's lifting weights and doing all kinds of amazing things as well. So you can transform your life. And good evening to you, Pam Smith. So, but transforming your life, you can have challenges like Ernie had. Can you talk about some of those situations, Kenny, in particular?
First
talk
of
about
all,
that.
He's a 2-time cancer survivor. I believe in '98 he had, was it '98? He had he was diagnosed, I believe, colon cancer, and then he had another kind of cancer several years later. So the first thing we want to talk about, not only his health and his physique and all at 78 years old, is something that we've talked about on this show a lot, is going to the doctors and getting checkups, even if you feel great. And I always like to share, we like to share experiences from people like Ernie, but I also like to share personal experiences. I went to the doctor's Valentine's Day, my heart doctor, my cardiologist. And as y'all all may know, I've had a pacemaker since 2009. And it's about time for me to have it replaced. So I go, in 2 weeks, I have to go back because it's getting really close. They got to monitor it. Going to the doctors back in the early 2000s when I was in Florida, if I was having regular checkups and everything like I was supposed to, I may not be in this situation. So going to the doctors, first of all, and getting regular checkups, as Ernie did, because he's obviously here after 2 scares with cancer, is very important. Even if you feel great, even if you feel like, oh, I'm good, I don't have to go. Because you never know when you walk in that doctor's office, you may not have had a physical in 4 or 5 years, and they do something and they give you that bad news. Well, sir, we're going to have to start this treatment. You may have, God forbid, stage 4 cancer or something else. So go to the doctors yearly. And if you have other issues, you may go to the doctors, like myself, 2-3 times a year, depending on what your issues are. Some of the preventative things that we can do, preventative checkups. First of all, us as men, as black men in general, the blood pressure. That is one of our biggest things in our community is high blood pressure. It's killed us every day. Something simple as that can be controlled so easily by, again, going to the doctors, getting the checkup, being diagnosed as having, I have a blood pressure problem. Okay, you take a pill here, a pill there, and it's fine. It doesn't lead to strokes, heart attacks, anything like that. Women, mammograms, breast cancer. Get your mammograms. I believe they're yearly or every 2 years. Ladies, chime in. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's like a year or two. For us black men, colon cancer, colon screens, colonoscopies. That's another thing that we have to pay attention to. That's another reason why we have to get into the doctors, people, and see what's going on with our bodies so we can live longer, so we can be a success story like Ernie Hudson.
Kenny, I hate to indulge on you, but definitely want to bring out the subject that when you had your situation, I don't know, it's almost a year ago or a little less than a year ago, when you had a stroke and you were at home alone, and you had the wherewithal to say something that's not right, and you made a phone call or something. Could you just kind of tell people if they're not feeling a certain way, don't just think that it's gonna pass. Like because you always say, "Oh, it'll pass. I'll be all right." The importance
I'm
of
so
that, because
glad.
that's key. Kenny, can you help us out with that?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Lenny, because this stroke came upon me. Y'all see me, I was walking, I was exercising, I had changed my diet. Of course, being part of the show was very influential in me doing it. And I still ended up having a stroke. But what I didn't know until 3 months into my recovery, I had what was diagnosed as a TIA. But this time, having that feeling, I went to the hospital instead of ignoring it. And by it being diagnosed as a TIA, when it was finally diagnosed, I was like, well, wow, I've had about 10 of those before I had the stroke. That was a precursor to the stroke that I had. I didn't pay attention because they go away in sometimes a few minutes or sometimes an hour. And I've had them while I was driving home on the parkway in traffic.
And could you tell people, just for the ones that's in the back seat, what the TIA is? Could you kind of break that down?
TIA is I'm sorry. A TIA is, in layman's terms, it's called a mini stroke. You feel like discombobulated. I mean, I would sing to myself just to keep focused to drive home, or I was at work, and I didn't know I was having a medical event, which led up to my stroke and 6 months of recovery. So people, please go to the doctors. If you don't feel good, go to the doctors. Error on the side of caution.
Right.
Let the doctor tell you, well, hey, all right, you didn't have this, you didn't have that, but go in. Don't end up like me and a lot of other people. So please go to the doctors, get your checkup, so we can all live and be fruitful, and we can all like Ernie. There it is, right there.
Transient ischemic attack, which is of your blood vessels that's within your brain, and it can cause.
And I had at least 10 of those. At least 10 of those before my stroke. 10? At least. That could be an understatement. I told my primary doctor that, he looked at me like you looked at me. Like, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious.
Wow.
So please, guys, go to the doctors. If something don't feel good, it probably ain't good.
Cheryl says it best with this statement: we have to listen when our bodies are talking to us.
Amen.
My body was screaming. My body was screaming out to me, and I didn't listen.
And God, in His, will give you these signs to talk to you, but you got to listen to Him. And sometimes He'll do it more often than over, just so He finally get your attention. So He won't have you lay down for you, so you can stop running and go take care of yourself. And I'm urging the family out there as we age, just really, these are life hacks. Anybody can be Ernie, so we all encouraging people to be Ernie. And being Ernie comes with eating well. So, now once you pick up on aspects of that, and and we're using Ernie as a case study, but this could be anybody. We just happen to who you gonna call Ghostbusters. But talk about his diet, his diet. Why was it so effective for people? As they age, how is he able to get nutrient-dense diet through eating real whole foods and eliminating processed food, and not really eating a whole lot of meat too? But he got nutrient-dense. Can you talk to that aspect for the folks out there and give them your wisdom?
Most definitely. One thing I will say, it's important to look at those signs, but it's really important for people to understand what those signs are. Because your body could be talking to you, but if it's an you might just think you need some rest. You might think you could shake it off or just kind of work through it, just like Kenny felt. I mean, Kenny, I'm sure you called when you were getting those nudges, right? So, yeah. I mean, I think that's something we'll have to revisit also when we start talking about situations like that. What are those feelings? What are those signs? What is that call that your body's making to you for you to make a call? I think that's really important, what you said, as far as listening to your body. But like I said, you got to know what it's saying. But we're going to just jump over here real quick and keep moving forward, because we already know who we calling right now. We calling Ernie, baby, because Ernie got the power pack diet. And, off the break, I mean, let's be real. This man has been in the entertainment. Let's be real. This man is 50 plus years, and to maintain himself like he's done is absolutely amazing. But you find that success leaves clues, and with these clues, you can look at what somebody is doing and utilize that as he's doing, and you improve yourself. So moving forward, I mean, like Ernie is just not. I mean, like not just Ernie's right. He's also intermittent fasting, yo, like a pro.
Sir.
His window is 12 to 7. Let's be real.
Yes.
He's on what? He's on the Night Brothers joint. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it is.
Yeah.
He's, eating to live. He's, eating to live. I mean, so let's be real. This is why it's working. It's basic nutrition. I mean, he should be in the Basic Nutrition Hall of Fame right now, because what's intermittent fasting doing? He's eating, like I said, 12 to 7. 17 hours his body is fast. 17 hours his body is more efficiently. Also, helping switch your body from burning sugar to stored fat, which that's what we need. That's what we want. So who doesn't need brain boosting functions? And I mean, this health functions. And I'm boosting and creates a protein that, I mean, I can tell you it's which is a protein which helps burn, helps your brain run sharper. Maybe I need to take some right now. It absolutely lowers inflammation in your body. So, we ain't 21 no more. So sometimes when you're over 35, like we all are, you might move around and you feel a little bit, tight, and feel some joint, some ache, and feel some joint, some ache. That whole situation, when you intermittent fasting, helps reduce that inflammation.
No doubt, Ard. And check your mic, Ard. I'm gonna pick up on that, Ard. Check your mic, because like Simon said, it was a little staticky. But yeah, the intermittent fasting is a big deal as far as, and we started off the show really emphasizing the lifestyle of intermittent fasting, and we don't talk about it as much as we used to, but it's still a key component to remedying a lot of situations. Like, whenever I'm feeling a little bloated or a little overweight or a little headaches or just general aches and pains, besides taking supplements, which Ernie also say he takes fish oil, black seed oil, as well as a few other things that he says, apple cider vinegar. He takes a hair nutrition, skin nutrition, because he's in the game of looking good as well for in the acting field. Intermittent fasting can do a lot of those things that a lot of those supplements can do if you just do it long enough, and if you can kind of stretch it out from a 16-hour to an 18-hour to a 20 to a whole day fast. So that's those types of things that really can kind of, what intermittent fasting really does is resets your body. So if you're going through situations or going through something, it kind of can reset your body and give you a fresh start for things. So if constipated, what have you, I always say just do a long fast, a lot of water flush, a lot of fluids in that situation, and boom, like presto, like bam, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's like you're back. What you want to add anything to that, Q?
No, but you hit the nail on the head. Fasting does really helps us so many ways, man. It helps with the way you function, with your mental clarity, things of that nature. Helps you with your sleep. Intermittent fasting can help you with your sex drive. It has so many positive aspects to it. And like you said, we don't talk about it as much, but it's still very much a part of most of our regimens. I mean, I still do it daily. Only time I don't fast, me personally, is if I'm on vacation. Other than that, I live in an intermittent fasting lifestyle every day. And as Arden said, that's what Ernie does. And he's been in that, he's in the industries he's in. It's almost a requirement for him to have a healthy lifestyle.
To look sharp, to look like it.
Yes.
His favorite thing was, like, his favorite thing was,
oatmeal.
Soluble fiber, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lowest lowers your cholesterol, and lowers your cholesterol digestive tract. Rich in iron, packed with magnesium. You add fruit with that. You bound. Throw some bananas on there. You got some potassium, berries. Antioxidants fight and boost your immunity. So I mean, you can just kind of go from that. So I mean, you can just. I really don't do the oatmeal in the morning. I would, if I do break the fast, I try to do it with fruit or maybe some juice or green juice or shake. But it's flexible. You find what works for you. If you do eat meat, lean meats are best. I know we talked about the high price of eggs, and that's through the roof. But if you're gonna have some salmon, make sure it's wild caught salmon, not farm. Definitely
not farm raised.
Correct.
I want to answer a question that Midlife Simmer threw up here. She said, the unfortunate thing is that there are some of us that cannot intermittent fast due to various reasons. Given this, what would those individuals do in place? Now, I'm going to answer this in two different ways, Midlife Simmer, because everybody intermittent fasts. Let me just put it. Let me say that everybody intermittent fast. It's just the amount of time that you do choose to fast is what it comes down to. Most people intermittent fast about 8 hours. And the hours that they sleep, they get in the morning, they start the eating routine, and then they intermittent fast again when they go to sleep, and then they wake up. So it's how far you can extend it. If you can extend it just to noon and skip breakfast, you get 12 hours in, then you're fasting. That helps much more so than starting in the morning and start eating, right off the brick as soon as you get up, because now you're taxing your digestive tract all day long. It's just working and working. And that's why you get the itis later on in the evening, in the mid-evening, the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I want to take a nap type routine. That's what happens with that. So that's one part of the answer that I said I was going to give. But the other part is, if you don't want to try, extending what you normally do when you're sleeping or something like that, not eating, the keto diet, the ketogenic diet is very similar it mimics fasting. Let me put it that way, because ketogenesis is a state that actually happens in the course of fasting. It's a length of time where you get into what they call ketosis, which is a situation where your body is using its own energy stores to burn for food to really provide nutrition for you. And it's all for the fat cells and things of that nature that's in the body. It's called ketosis. You hit that at a certain stage. I think it's somewhere around 18 to 24-hour period of fasting when you are in ketosis. So, but the ketogenic diet, the keto diet, is a substitute for that. So, if anybody else wants to add to answer her question,
that's a great answer, because that works. It, like you said, it mimics fasting. So, staying away from carbs and things of that nature would be helpful if you cannot fast. Minimizing the amount of carbs, or if you're going to have carbs, have them be complex carbs.
Right, absolutely. So look, time to come for all my Negro friends. The time has come, all my good friends out there. Let me get you up on the screen, brother. Sorry about that, Kenny. I don't need two of me, but I definitely need one Kenny. So there we go. And Steve Man ain't with us this week. But Q, can you talk about some of the things that's coming down the pike, and thank the folks for joining in again tonight for another great show. What you want to lead the folks with?
Thank you, man. Listen, next week we're gonna have a very, very powerful guest, and I implore you guys to please make time for your schedule for next week's guest. We're gonna have a brother on that I had the pleasure of meeting about a month ago at a men's fitness seminar with Apostle Palmer. And his name is Dr. Ian Edwards. And this brother's story is phenomenal. I want you to hear his story. And when you hear his story and you see him, it's not going to add up to you. Because this brother is not only is his story powerful, he's physically powerful as well. I don't want to give it away, but when you see him and you see what he looks like and you see what he's gone through, you're going to say, wait a minute, how is this possible? But I want you guys to check in with us next week for Dr. Ian Edwards, who's going to be our special guest next week. And coming down the pike, we have Miss Sylvia Ennis is going to be joining us, and some others who are going to be joining us in the very near future with some great things to share with us. So just continue to rock with us, guys, and we're going to keep bringing it.
The next couple of weeks are going to be pretty exciting. The doctor is coming on next week. Sylvia Ennis has an amazingly inspirational story of her life. When you hear her story, if you don't know of the background, you would just be blown away. That's coming down the pipe in March.
Yes.
And then also one of the local businesses that got national notoriety. Who is that cute?
Moon from Moon and his wife both. As a matter of fact, he and his wife both are coming on. That presently, well, I can't give his business away, but they'll be coming on soon. I better not say that. But they'll be coming on soon, and within the next few weeks, they'll be on the air with us. And we're going to do a full-fledged interview with him. And he has a lot of great stories to tell, a lot of things he's done in his life. And he's going to share a lot of that with us when he and his wife, Colleen, come on and join us.
All right. Well, look.
I had the pleasure of hanging out with him this weekend, and we had a great time.
And Margaret, Nick, I'm glad we are going to weave back. We're going to weave back to some of our intermittent fasting and some of our more health-based subjects, talking about one of the weeks coming up pretty soon. We're going to dive into one of the most common issues that Black people face as health issues that Black people face. And we're going to talk about some of those things. And so, well, with the orange in the White House, everybody's stressed now. Everybody's stressed. But Kenny, lead the people with something, Kenny, and let's get on out of here, brother.
We thank y'all for joining us each and every Tuesday night. We try to provide a great show for y'all, not only entertaining, but informational as well. And I hope y'all get as much from it as we do. All I can say is keep joining us. We appreciate you. We love y'all. See y'all soon.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, Nat.
All right, folks.